How are you feeling today? Are you enjoying your day? I hope so. But let me remind you that if there is anything less than fascination and amusement and enjoyment in your life, you're living in a prison, because that's not your natural state. And you know this. Deep in your heart, you know this that I'm saying. You are supposed to be feeling pretty good all the time. So if that's not the case, which is, as you know, actually pretty normal, what's happening? Well, we're living in a jail. We're living prisoners of something we don't notice. Otherwise, we wouldn't be prisoners, right? Then you will be able to figure out how to escape. But that's why life feels like you're going back to the same problems over and over again. And no matter what, life gets back at you, and you don't know how to control, and you have all these negative emotions, and you feel less than excited and enjoying every moment. You feel less than free. You feel trapped in life. But we fail to see the jail. You see? That's the problem. That's why you're not getting out of it, because you're not noticing the jail. So what is that jail? How do you find it? How do you get out of it? Let's talk about that. I'm going to use the quote again of this great book, The Attention Revolution. And it says, well, I'm going to make it a bit longer. Yeah. The healthier the mind, the greater the sense of inner well-being. And the key on achieving exceptional states of mental health is the development of a focused attention. Shantideva emphasizes the importance of developing samatha. Samatha is the training of meditation, where you're actually training your mind to be focused. Cautioning that a person whose mind is distracted lives between the fangs of mental afflictions. So, the jail you're living in that is causing all this less than optimal way of experiencing your world, it is distraction. It is made of distraction. And you can prove this to yourself if you try to do, of course, methods like this, but any kind of meditation, just observe your mind, how distracted you are when you pick your phone and you wanted to write an email to someone or send a message to someone, and you find yourself putting the phone down and you haven't done it because you've been doing this other thing. But not only that, just like practicing meditation, when you focus your mind on your breath or anything you like to focus, just notice all these attention blinks where you are just going away from what you're trying to do, and you just, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And you go back to the meditation object. It happens literally for a normal person every few seconds. That's your jail. It is not the circumstances you're living in your life. Your jail is your distraction. So what happens when someone you change your attention? Well, the way you relate to the world starts changing, because instead of you being seeking in the world out there your enjoyment, your satisfaction, your fulfillment through having more money, through having the respect of people, through having the love of people, instead of being going around like trying to get stuff, suddenly you start feeling that you are well. You're well with yourself. And imagine a day where you just have enough. You wake up with a smile on your face and you're really excited to leave everything. You feel like sharing. You become, instead of a beggar trying to get from the world satisfaction, you become a king in the sense that, or a queen, the sense that you just feel like you have so much that you just want to give it. And that, my friend, is how you get out of the jail. Of course, train your attention, meditate every day. But at some point, when you start tapping in your underlying well-being, that you probably do already, it's just most people do it in an involuntary way. Just sometimes you feel good, but you don't understand why. If you understand why and how, you will do it all the time, right? So for most people, you know what I'm talking about. It's just this peaceful sense that, You know, when you're excited about something, I mean, probably one of the best examples is when someone is in love. When someone is in love with someone, you can tell because they are like, they're great all the time about anything. They are so excited about being alive. And they just want to, wow, this and that. It's not only about that person. There's a strong sense of sharing something you have. It's so huge in you. It's contained. This love in you is it's impossible to contain, and you just want to give it away because you cannot contain it. So it's the natural thing to overflow that sense of joy and peace to everyone around you. That's your natural state. So when you focus your mind, you will be able to start tapping into this more on demand. That's where your practice of meditation should be leading to, where all these stages in these books are actually pointing you. And I'm going to hang on the other book that I usually recommend, which is also working on these same 10 stages of attention stabilization. For another quote more related to what I was just saying, your heart is an inexhaustible source of these precious feelings. So you see, we're going from mental concentration to bringing it down to the accomplishment of that peaceful mind. It translates deep and deep to feelings of contentment and joy. The more you send them out, the stronger they become. And this is in the context of an appendix where he's talking about loving kindness meditation, which is what I'm suggesting you in this video. That's the way you get out of jail in a day-to-day. Because I know sometimes you can sit to meditate, and that's fantastic. That I will say, always start training your attention. Because if your attention is not top-notch, then your understanding is going to be at the same level. So train your attention always, and the rest things start just unfolding naturally. But whenever you're able to tap into this feeling, I'm saying this because I don't want you to fake a feeling of that you're good. I don't want you to externally, in terms of behavior, trying to be nice to people, but you don't feel it. I'm not talking about that. Let's make this point clear. We're talking about by calming your mind, at some point, you're going to start tapping into these feelings of wellness, of well-being, like you just feel well because you just feel well. You're happy to be alive. And when you are from there, the key to break down, or one of the important keys of breaking down this jail, is the fact that you share that feeling. And the more you share it, the stronger it becomes. Not because it is stronger, it's because you are more aware of it, and that makes it stronger. So instead of thinking of all these problems and situations in your life that make you feel miserable and a prisoner, suddenly you start withdrawing your attention from all these problems in the world and resting in the natural, joyful state that is your natural state of being. You don't have to do anything to accomplish it. If you go very deep into this, that's enlightenment. But in a surface level, in a practical level, day to day, whenever you balance your mind and you start noticing these feelings of overwhelming sense of joy, and you can do this even with a little attention. So that's why you can practice loving kindness meditations right there from the beginning. That's also good, but you need to focus on actually nurturing a real sense of well-being that is there. And just try to share it. So mentally, you can just wish happiness. And my tip for you for today, the practical application of this is that think about every person you're going to be meeting today and wish them from the bottom of your heart, wish them happiness. See them smiling. See them enjoying their life. And just wish them that they enjoy their life. Even the people that you don't like. Everyone, just do it. I know in the bottom of your heart, you actually want everybody to be fine and to be good. So practice this. Concentrate on that feeling. Concentrate on wishing it authentically from the bottom of your heart, because that feeling is deep down below everything you think. And when you tap into that, share it. Share it with these people. Wish them well-being and happiness. And see what happens. Magic will happen.